Hey everyone, I just got out of the shower and I was thinking, you know what? I have a pretty cool, rare story about IUDs, so I just wanted to let you all know my story because it's kind of cool. So the first time I tried to get an IUD, it would not even go in. It was after my first baby. It was super painful. It hurt really bad. It gave me contractions. I promised myself I would never do it again. But then after my fourth baby, I decided I would go through the pain and I would try to do it again. It went in this time. So the second time I tried to get it, it was super painful. It gave me contractions again. I was nauseous. I was sick. I went home and I laid on my bed for 3 hours. I couldn't move. And then for the first month, I bled every week. So I bled for a whole month straight. And then after that, for the next 5 months, I bled every other week to every 3 weeks. And then one night I thought it fell out. And so I went in to the doctor and I'm like, just take it out. I think it fell out. Anyways, she couldn't find it. She kept trying to find it. It wasn't there. She ordered an ultrasound. So I got an ultrasound. It wasn't anywhere in the ultrasound, anywhere in my uterus. So then anyways, like I said, I thought it fell out, so I waited for a month. I didn't have a period for a month, which was crazy, and then I ended up having a period 2 weeks later. So then I knew it was still in me. I ended up getting the x-ray. You can see it in the x-ray. It's up and to the side. I have a picture of it. I'll show you guys the picture of my x-ray and all of my guts at the end. Anyways, so I went in and I got surgery. And how they do that is they, well, since it moved out of my uterus, I had to get surgery. They couldn't just go up and pick it out because it's like in my abdomen now. So how they do that is they put an incision in my belly button and then the left side of my body, and they pumped me full of air. So my belly's huge, so they have room to move around with the stuff. They found my IUD. It was in my omentum. And I looked up what an omentum is, and it's like an apron that covers all of your organs. So it was shoved into that. The doctor could not even see it. All he could see were the strings coming out of the omentum. Anyways, I have pictures of that too. I'll show you. And then when he was in there, he saw that I had endometriosis, and this was new to me. Endometriosis is like a layer of skin or something on your uterus or something. Anyways, when you have a period, not only do you bleed out of your body, but you bleed back into your body. And I have a picture of that, where my blood has been pooling back into my body. So he ended up burning that shut. I guess I've had endometriosis for a long time, and mine was starting to scar over. Anyways, he just burned that close, so hopefully I don't bleed back into my body as much. And then while he was in there, he found that I have an extra artery. So that's cool that I don't know, I have this extra artery in my body. But everything else looked good. Anyways, recovery stunk. I mean, it's only been 6 days, 5 days for me. I can't lift more than 10 pounds. But I mean, that's okay. I'm only out for 2 weeks, so it hasn't put me out very much. But anyways, yeah, why the IUD didn't work for me is because a uterus is supposed to be straight up. The doctor said that sometimes he has seen them flat. Well, mine was rounded like this. So I don't think he's ever even seen one like mine. So when the doctor was trying to put the IUD in, the IUD should have been flat. I can't do this with my phone. The IUD should have been flat like this on my uterus. Well, since mine was curved, the doctor pretty much put it right into my uterus, which is why it was so painful. And the first time he tried to put it in, it probably wouldn't go in because my uterus was right there. Anyways, I don't think he pushed through my uterus, but he pushed it into the wall at least, which is why it was so painful. So that's why the IUD did not work for me. So I am hopeful for anyone else out there, and I'm jealous if it works for you. I still have a positive outtake of IUDs because I think it's so great, but it will never work for me. But if you have a normal body, then I think the IUD might work for you. I know 2 friends right now that it didn't work for them because I know one friend, they got it put in and they literally bled the whole time until they got it taken out. And then the second they got it taken out, she stopped bleeding. And then I had another friend, the doctor was trying to put it in and poked right through her uterus. And so they pulled it right back out and they're like, well, come back in 6 weeks when you're healed up and we'll do it again. And so anyways, there are crazy stories. The first time I tried to get it, it's like 1 in 20 women can't even get the IUD placed. Well, that was me the first time. And then the second time, it's like a 5% chance that it will like go into your body, like past your uterus. I'm that 5%. So anyways, I'm a rare story. My only advice to you, if you do get the IUD, well, first off, it's completely up to your body if your body's going to accept it or not. My body didn't and my friends' didn't, but I have a lot of other friends who their bodies did accept it. My only advice if you do get it is I would tell you to check your strings weekly and know how long your strings are, and then if they start getting shorter and shorter, you know that your IUD is moving up into your body. The best way that I found out, because I looked up YouTube videos how to check for your strings because I thought mine fell out. Your uterus is hard like the tip of your nose. So, not your uterus, your cervix. So if you pretend like this is your cervix and you have a little hole right here where your cervix is, if you swoop around your nose like this, you'll be able to catch your strings. And then if you're comfortable with knowing how long your strings are, if anything ever happens or they get shorter, you can hurry and go in, or you can take it out yourself. If you do take it out yourself, make sure that you take it into your doctor and they can make sure that nothing broke off on it or anything and that you don't have little pieces stuck inside you. And one other little thing, a lot of people ask me, how did I know? And the thing is, I never did know. I just thought it fell out. I thought I heard it in the toilet fall out, and that's the first time I tried to check myself. And then I went into the doctor when I couldn't find my strings. So I never could tell. And then did it hurt? There was never a time that it hurt, that like where I thought that it had pushed through my uterus. I never felt the time like that. It was only extremely painful when I got the IUD placed inside me. That was the only time that it was painful. Other than that, I have no idea when it actually went through my uterus into my abdomen. So here's the pictures of my guts and the IUD and my scar and my surgery. So I just wish you the best of luck. So this is all the doctor found of my IUD. All he could see were the strings. This is from endometriosis. This is the blood that goes back into my body and it turns into this liquid as my body is trying to get rid of it. I believe this is endometriosis and where it is scarring because it's turning white. So I guess that's where it scars and that's where the blood comes out, and that's just some more fluid. This picture, zoom out if you can read the words. So I believe this is my ovary. This is the fallopian tube. And then that goes into your uterus. And then there's the ovary and the fallopian tube into the uterus, I believe. I don't know what that is. And then that is the ovary again. And then this is my extra artery I have. I guess there's just more of me to love. That's my stomach. Oh, there we go. Then there's my gallbladder and my liver. That's my liver and then my gallbladder. And then I don't know what this says either, something colon. This is a picture of my x-ray. It's on my computer, which is kind of blurry, but you can see it right there. And I guess it's supposed to be down here. This is the IUD. I guess I get to keep it for a souvenir. I don't know, I'm gonna throw it away probably as soon as I'm done with this video. So it's not very big. It's bendable, and my strings are longer than an inch. He said that there was an inch coming out of my uterus, so if that's true, maybe I'll put it on this. I have a Lysol wipe because this is totally grossing me out. I'll probably end up throwing up. That's the end. So if that much was hanging out of me, that means this much was in me, past my cervix. So I don't know how far he pushed it in, but those strings seem really long. And then this is my belly. So I have one stitch right there. And then this is the left side of my body. So it looks like this. Hopefully, it's got this weird stuff on it, so hopefully it will be look a lot nicer than that. And then this scar, that's when I was in 4th grade when I said I had a weird thing. I had crazy staph infection in my belly.